Hello everyone, and good Friday to you. Showers rolling through. This showing them as they were rolling through at around 10 o'clock this morning, which is also the time that I'm speaking to you and putting this show together early. Another day of a little physical therapy in store for me. Yay! With that said, the Army's getting better. With that said, still news to cover before I leave you for the weekend. We'll talk about some important happenings in Paintsville City Council coverage and some other news and information as well. All coming up after just a message or two. Stay tuned. There where every day starts, it's made and it ends. From hitting the floor to hitting the road and back, your feet carry the day's duties. And if you're hurting from what might be a work or sports or stress-related fracture you don't even know about, diabetic, or that all too often heel pain that just won't go away, or any type of pain or discomfort or in need of wound care, come to where they care.
Put your best foot forward and come visit our podiatry team. We care about our patients and their feet.
That's Dr. Cheney and her team at Hope Family Podiatry Center next to Hope Family Pediatrics on the Mountain Parkway. Spring isn't the only season here. It's also senior season. It's a season for love, a season for Jesus, and a season to shop local at the Seasonal Shop with spring colors, styles, and fashions by Charlie Page and Simply Southern and more of your favorites, new arrivals in bags and totes and jewelry and more. And they've got everything lemon lavender, spa essentials for a little at-home pampering. And from simple to chinoiserie, must-see home decor is at the Seasonal Shop in downtown Sayersville. Someone dies in the U.S. every 7 minutes from an overdose, and over half of the population gets or takes pills from a friend or a relative. And about 46 million and counting are exposed to narcotics in their drinking water. So don't toss them, flush them, or leave them lying around. Safely dispose of your unneeded meds anytime at Parkway Pharmacy,
where you can always talk to a pharmacist when you need one.
Welcome back, and thanks again for being a part of this Friday's show as we begin with coverage of this week's regular monthly meeting of the Paintsville City Council, which began with the welcome to the table for a new council person and a special recognition for a Paintsville and Johnson County utility.
We want to welcome Eva Michelle to City Council. And I would like to recognize Mr. Bob Pack. He's got an announcement.
I think everybody in this room recognizes we've got one of the outstanding water plants in the state of Kentucky and have one of the very best water sources in the state of Kentucky. Doesn't mean a thing if you can't get it to the people that need the water. Craig, would you stand up? The gentleman behind me is Craig Welch. He's our distribution superintendent. He and Matt Spradlin went to the Kentucky Water and Wastewater Operators Association conference in Owensboro last week. And Craig is holding the plaque which recognizes Paintsville Utilities as the Water Distribution System of the Year for the Eastern District. The state's in 4 districts. So, they've done a very good job.
Moving on, the council would go to discuss and approve a new ordinance related to open burning in the city limits of Paintsville, spurred by recent events.
We need to do a first reading of an open burning restrictions here in the city. We didn't have anything basically in ordinance to protect us, and if you all remember here a while back up on Court Street, there was a fire that got out of hand. And it actually spread to the hillside. So we need to have a first reading of an open burning ban. It's got sections in here for open burning, what's prohibited, recreational fires, what is permitted, the location, fire pits, what materials can be burnt in those fire pits, the fact that you got to be in attendance if you're going to use it, and then of course it's got a complaint section and the penalties. But we need to have a first reading of this ordinance, and then we have to have a second reading the next time we meet.
Mayor, does it have verbiage that states unless there's a complete total burn ban?
Yes.
Okay.
That verbiage is in here.
Okay.
So you don't put a time in that, that's done depending on the
That's
season?
done by the state.
Yeah, that depends on the situation.
So
That's what I was wondering, Phil.
It's also got verbiage in here that our chief back there has to give permission if any type of burning is going to go on in the first place.
In the latter portion of the meeting, the council recognized and accepted $94,000 in municipal road aid funds and also discussed financing measures for a new installation of advanced water meters. This is system-wide in Paintsville and Johnson County, which will greatly improve a number of things, reading accuracy, as well as potentially saving some 100 million gallons of leakage on an annual basis. That, too, was approved by council. That project, by the way, estimated to take, upon beginning, about 18 months to complete. I'll be back with more news in just a minute. Thanks to you, Fraser's Prater Drug has been voted #1 in customer satisfaction with Good Neighbor Pharmacies for the 7th year in a row. With curbside pickup for all of your prescription, allergy, or even multivitamin needs. Or come in and pull up a stool while you shop, or just visit downtown and treat yourself to something extra tasty or sweet. Where locally owned means a more personal, reliable, and friendly pharmacy. Fraser's Prater Drug. Raise your hands. Who thinks math is hard? Now, who thinks feeding a family of 4, 6, 8, or 10 is even harder? Well, so do we. Welcome to Math and a Meal Made Easy. Did you know you can get a family meal deal at your Sayersville Lee's for as low as $4.61 a person with bone-in chicken, $4.15 a person with our famous strips? That's chicken sides and biscuits. Count to 100? Thank a math teacher. Feed a family for less? Come to your Sayersville Lee's.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in Kentucky.
I believe in small town values.
And mom and dad and the things they handed down.
I believe some of the best people in the world are farmers.
I believe in insurance that protects families, homes, and cars.
I believe in always finding a way to do what you love.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
I am Kentucky.
In other headlines tonight, the McGoffin County Grand Jury currently seated returned, I think, a total of 14 indictments yesterday. We'll wrap those up in entirety on Monday, a small number of which I can report out this evening, as those are individuals which are already incarcerated or accounted for, giving law enforcement ample time to attempt to serve those. 2 of those indicted are Jerry Finch and Felicia Crace. They were arrested after a traffic stop on the Mountain Parkway in which there was quantity of methamphetamine and other drug paraphernalia found, believed to be used for trafficking. This after Kentucky State Police pulled over a vehicle on March the 21st for speeding, and then that car being driven by Jerry Dale Finch, 46 of Sayersville, 34-year-old Crace of Jackson was a passenger in the vehicle. Each named in 2 separate indictments. Finch named for possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, and in the separate or other indictment, trafficking in a controlled substance methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. Crace as well named in 2 separate indictments, possession of a handgun by a convicted felon, and trafficking in a controlled substance methamphetamine, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The third and last indictment that we can report out this evening is that of Jeffrey Marshall of East Maple Street in Sayersville, indicted for burglary in the 3rd degree, criminal mischief in the 3rd degree, and criminal trespassing in the 3rd degree on or around the 29th day of February, when he went into the Dollar Tree and burglarized that Sayersville business, causing significant loss of damaged property or goods to the store. He has been jailed now for the past few weeks on the before-mentioned charges. A couple of quick reminders on tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau calendar. The Beekeepers Association meeting here in McGoffin County is coming up Monday, 6 o'clock at the Extension Service. They have a special guest coming to speak, as well as dinner to be served. So if you're a member of the Beekeepers Association or would like to be or find out more, Call the Extension Service 349-1236 or stop by Monday's meeting. Call the Extension Service for a sweet evening, or afternoon actually, next Tuesday. So time's running out to call and register for their upcoming Easy Cake and Cupcake Decorating Workshop. Tuesday, 1 o'clock, all ages. Just call and register. 349-1236 is what you need to know, so they know you're coming. And also coming up is the next Royalton Community Council Trader Days. To be a vendor, call Janice at 496-9996. It's $15 for vendors, $30 for food booths, and it's going to be Saturday, June the 1st. And it's been a bigger and better crowd every time they've been doing this, and they've been doing it quite often. It's been growing, and they hope to have you being a part of it, either as a vendor or as a customer. With that said, Your News Today, the community calendar, it's free and always here, and for birthdays and anniversaries too. Just send me that information so I can send it on to everyone else. Turning to funeral service announcements, a reminder, services start tomorrow at 1 for 54-year-old Christopher Colin Likens of Short Fork in Sagersville. He passed away Tuesday, the son of the late Carl and Palestine Prater Likens. He's survived by a daughter, Brooklyn Francis, brothers Carlos and Carrie Likens, as well as a special friend, Tabitha Shepard, his grandchildren, nephews, and other family. Funeral services again tomorrow at 1 from the Sagersville Funeral Home. Services for 84-year-old Herbert Marshall of Sagersville start tomorrow at 1 from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Marshall survived by son Daniel and daughters Dorothy Mullins, Peggy Stambaugh, and Teresa Holbrook, as well as his brother Denver, and 13 grandkids and 14 great-grandkids. In addition to his parents, Herbert is preceded in death by his wife, Nanny Mans Marshall, and 5 brothers and 2 sisters. Services again tomorrow at 1 from the Swampton United Baptist Church. Friends can call on the church this evening and tomorrow prior to services for visitation. Services start tomorrow at 2 for 81-year-old Charles Oliver Ward of Sagersville, who passed away Monday, survived by his wife Alpha Gay Montgomery, son Perry Oliver, daughter Bronna Carol Francis, brother Garrett Ward, and his sisters Nevalie Reed, Emma Ruth Skaggs, Connie Hunter, Gail Phipps, and 1 granddaughter and 2 step-grandchildren. Tomorrow at 2, again, services from the Magoffin County Funeral Home. Arrangements still incomplete at this hour for Ina Nell Helton Line, 86 of Sagersville, who passed away yesterday, wife of the late Calvin Line. And also, we've heard of the passing this morning of 39-year-old Kenneth Bailey of Sagersville, who passed away on yesterday's date. Arrangements incomplete, but to be announced by the Magoffin County Funeral Home.
You ready to graduate? Yeah, I'm so ready to go.
I can't believe we're graduating, guys.
Well, at least this won't be the last time we see each other.
Yes, we'll all be together again at our 10-year class reunion.
And I can't wait.
Come on, guys. Let's take a picture so we'll have it at our class reunion.
3, 2, 1.
Don't leave your friends standing alone at your class reunion. Stand up for what you think is right. Say no to drugs.
Choosing our future, staying drug free.
It's never too late to talk with your parents, doctor, counselor, teacher, or another adult you can trust. For more information on drug prevention and treatment options, contact the Magoffin County Health Department at 606-349-6212.
Whether you've got a new ride and you want it to stand out in the crowd, or you want your current ride to look and feel like a new one, no one does lifts, wheels, and tires better than Conley's. Stop in now for spring tire specials, free quotes, and 0% financing, or log on to conleytire.net.
Atrial fibrillation is one of the more common rhythms we see.
AFib is an arrhythmia of the heart where the top part of the heart is beating erratically and out of sync with the bottom part of the heart.
The electrophysiology service is made up of a team of healthcare providers, and that includes an electrophysiology lab where we're able to do procedures to help repair heart rhythm problems. When a patient becomes heart rhythm free, it can really restore their life.
ARH, more for Appalachia.
Again, a reminder, had to pre-record this show early this morning to make it to a few appointments. With that said, this is what showers were doing then, and not really, of course, up to date. So we'll not go into current conditions too awfully deep. But nevertheless, this is low pressure, and this is what it's going to look like on and off throughout your weekend, at least the majority of it. So just kind of get used to it. We're not seeing a great deal of heavy rain as of right now. Some thunderstorms could, of course, plop down some in a short period of time for some. But by and large, we're talking about showers on and off throughout the weekend and a chance of some thunderstorms embedded there in this system or scenario. With right now some general rainfall total estimates being 1/4 of an inch today, without factoring in any possible thunderstorms. Tonight, maybe 1/4 to a 1/2 inch of rain possible, and throughout your Saturday, maybe a 1/10 or so during the day, maybe another 1/10 or less Saturday night. So again, with the exception of any thunderstorms, which some folks will certainly see. I think by and large, some light rain to be over much of, if not all of it, sometimes eastern Kentucky throughout tonight and your tomorrow and into your Sunday. So now for the timing of which, let's take a quick look at your Licking Valley RECC 7-day. As I was taping this earlier, we were at 66 degrees on our way up to an estimated 76 for daytime highs, and expected to bottom out right around the 57, 58 degree mark tonight and kind of hover there for the next several in the mid to upper 50 range. Patchy fog tonight is a certainty. Shower chances at 80%, and again 1/4 to a 1/2 of an inch of rain tonight, with some showers and thunderstorms possible. That will take us into your Saturday. Low pressure still firmly intact, and with that we'll see 75. For the high tomorrow, after some fog in the morning and an 80% chance of some showers and storms. Again, we're talking about less than a 1/10 of an inch of rain during the day tomorrow, and another less than a 1/10 of an inch or so, 1/4 maybe, tomorrow night. With that said, we'll see 75 again and 58, and just a cloudy, somewhat shower-filled day, and with a chance of some thunderstorms to pop up. Sunday, not so much. We do see some sun return. Yay. A chance of showers and thunderstorms after 1 o'clock or so. Otherwise, partly sunny, 79, and we'll say a 40% chance of showers and storms pretty much all the way through the rest of your Sunday. But I think Sunday is going to be a pretty decent day to get out and do a few things. And we are going to see a beautiful day to follow that on Monday. 82, back to the 80s after a little bit of a hiatus. Sunny and clear, and 54 Monday night. Pretty nice day to start off the work week. Will it hold? Talking about the pattern. Well, good news is we do see it holding for Tuesday. A little morning fog, but 85 and sunny for your Tuesday. Shower chances make their way back into the forecast. Really, they roll over into Wednesday. I think we'll see a completely dry day Tuesday, at least for right now. But 84, partly sunny, and a 60% chance of showers on your Wednesday. And then we'll hover 30 to 40% from there on out and teeter between 79 to 84 for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday's forecast with some sunshine. and shower and storm chances. Adding to what I told you last night, in case you missed it, we've already seen 13 inches of rain since the start of the year, and we've got some good chances of just continuing to add to that number here before the month of May is out, with some a little bit abnormal May weather throughout much of it, to say the least. So with all of that said, thank you for being here tonight and for this week, and have a good weekend, regardless of how maybe dismal the weather is at times. And I'll see you back here on Monday's show. We'll resume coverage of indictments returned this week by the Magoffin County Grand Jury and have other news to follow. Hope to see you then.